Good morning. Today is August the 9th, 2010. This is Hurricane Cities with an update on your tropical weather. We have a few invests out there we need to take a look at. One is a little close to home. It is a broad surface low that's over southern Florida and producing a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms over northern Bahamas across the Florida Keys into southern Gulf of Mexico. The upper level winds are forecast to become more favorable for development over the next couple of days as this system moves west or west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour over the Gulf of Mexico. There's a low 20% chance of this system becoming a tropical cyclone over the next 48 hours, and conditions could become more favorable after that time. And taking a look at it, as you can see, it's quite a bit of showers and thunderstorms that's disorganized over this region, and the surface low right now is running this as upper level low that's going to prevent this system from really getting its act together once it gets into the northeast Gulf of Mexico. There is some dry air also, looking at some water vapor loops showing some dry air beginning to filter around it, and the upper level low that's swirling around here off the Carolina coastlines. So this system is expected, my guess is, to get into the Gulf of Mexico and develop into a tropical depression, and there is a chance that it could reach 39 mile per hour sustained winds and become a weak tropical storm, and that would be sometime some Wednesday or Thursday, and move in, land somewhere along the southeast Louisiana or southern Mississippi coast. That's the guess now, but the conditions are not that favorable for development in the Gulf at this time due to the fact there's an upper level low, some dry air coming in around the system, and a little bit of wind shear. What happened to Colin? Colin kind of fizzled out. A lot of wind shear, some dry air. It really didn't get its act together when it was around the Bermuda area, so it's fairly dissipated. We do have another system that's high potential, but it's not really a threat to the mainland, mostly a mid-Atlantic threat. It's a well-defined low-pressure system that's located about 950 miles to the east northeast of the Leeward Islands, and is moving to the west northwest at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Shower and thunderstorm activity has recently developed closer to the center, and significant organization of thunderstorms during the next couple of days could result in the formation of a depression. There's a high 70% chance of this system becoming a tropical cyclone over the next 48 hours. And the Hurricane Center has marked it as a high potential red, but if you can see that the global models are beginning to say that it's going to take it right out to the open ocean. No concern to the midland whatsoever. And the intertropical convergence zone train is beginning to get a little active. There's a cluster of convection coming off the intertropical convergence zone. We haven't had it march yet, but this one here looks like it has just pushed off the African coast and looks really impressive. And it could be something that will be marked by the National Hurricane Center very soon. And going further into the African region, there is a few clusters of convection beginning to take shape and going to be exiting the coastline, go into the Atlantic, and this is where we get the what we call the African train, a tropical train that pushes off and moves across the Gulf or the Atlantic into the Caribbean, into the Gulf of Mexico, and that's the Cape Verde season when it gets really ramped up. So, a few systems that we're going to continue to watch. The one closer to home in the southeast. I wouldn't worry that much about this system because it looks like it will be a weak system when it approaches the northern Gulf Coast, and we'll keep you posted in a couple of days on this. This will affect the Gulf Coast sometimes late Wednesday or Thursday. That's it for now. HurricaneCities.com. Thanks for joining us.